Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you just the basics how to plant in a no-till garden. So if you look down here, earlier today I came and I just exposed the dirt from the mulch that was on it, and I did that just to let the ground warm up because it is quite cold. It has been a decently long winter, and I just wanted to show you the difference. I'm going to uncover some now as well, and just the difference in moisture even over 2 hours. So this is the fresh stuff here. You see how moist it is down there, and this here, this has dried out in the last 2 hours. So it's just to show the significance of mulching and how it keeps moisture. So when you're planting, what you're going to want to do, if you have a mulch bed already, you're gonna want to take back the mulch layer as I just did, and then you're gonna want to prepare your ground. So unfortunately I have lots of big leaves in this garden, and the wind has been a problem. That's one of the downfalls of the position of this garden, is that the wind blows all the leaves and it can end up being a nuisance. So it's good if you're putting leaves on your garden, it's good to have them cut up to be smaller so the wind can't catch them as good. So one thing when you're prepping your garden bed, right now I'm doing a row. It's just because what I have available. But if you're prepping a garden bed, just keep in mind that you want to be able to reach the plants that you're planting when they start growing, to weed or to thin them out. So never make your garden bed bigger than you can reach in the middle. So if I were doing a rectangular square bed, I'd want this to be the center. But I'm just going to do a row with walkways in between, so that's not going to be a problem. So I have the mulch exposed here, or the earth exposed from the mulch, and I'm going to plant some spinach seeds. And if you look here, you'll see that I can plant from March till April. It's in German, but I'm just translating for you. And then the seed germinates at a ground temperature of 5 to 20 degrees. So I'm hoping that my ground temperature will be 5 to 20 degrees. It is still quite cold here in Germany. We're still getting below freezing quite a bit. And it loves sunny, a lot of sun. So some packages will tell you the distance to plant the seeds from each other. Other packages won't. And if they don't tell you, there's a few things you can do. You can, if you know how big the plant's going to be when it's mature, you can just space it that far apart. So if I know my spinach is going to come and be this big, then I'll make sure that my plants aren't closer than that. And if I can't tell, or if I don't know, you can always thin your plot later. So you can plant more than necessary, and then you can have baby spinach. Pick your baby spinach, and then thin it that way so that the plants aren't too close together when they get big. So I'm just gonna plant a few seeds here, and so if you look, see the size of the seed. A good rule of thumb is to plant the seed the same depth as the seed is big. So you see these seeds are pretty big seeds, but still I just want to make a small depression and plant. Just pushing the dirt aside. And at this point I've not dug anything. I've just pushed back the mulch layer. And look how soft this dirt is here, yeah? So I'm just planting a few seeds. There's a big hole here, I don't want to lose the seed. And then I'm just gonna push some of the dirt back over. And then obviously just water, needs good dose of water. And if I know my line of where my seed is, I can push back the mulch until where that seed is. So you want to cover as much of your garden bed as possible. And then what you can do when your seeds start to germinate and your plants are above the ground, you can push the mulch around the plant. And that way, that way there's no room for weeds to grow around your plant, and you're only growing what you want to grow. And if you're planting like seedlings, so plants that have already grown, it's the same idea. You just dig a little bit of a hole to be able to fit the seedling and its roots in there, and then you push the mulch around it immediately. And that way your weeds can't come through. And unfortunately I don't have any seedlings right now, but hopefully you can imagine what that would be like. So yeah, that's planting seeds in a mulched bed. Thank you. All right, so I'm just gonna show you real quick, if you wanna do a higher planting density, you can also just run a line with your finger or with your hand, or even if you don't like getting your fingers dirty, which if you're gardening, you're in the wrong profession or in the wrong hobby, you can just run your rake down to make a little depression, and then just kind of sprinkle the seeds in. Be generous, you know. If you're generous, then you can feed some birds with your plants, and you won't be bothered if a few go to the nature. So yeah, just watering. Yeah, so either way works.